A string of deadly attacks on the army in the troubled region of Gao in northern Mali, and the cold-blooded murder of civilians on a Niger River passenger boat. A sign that militant groups are gaining power across Mali, just as UN troops prepare to leave the country.
In the context of MINUSMA's drawdown, the mission's operating environment remains particularly dangerous. The risk of attacks by non-state armed groups persists. 5 out of 7 peacekeepers killed by malicious acts so far in 2023 were serving in Mali. I appeal to all of you to help ensure that we can proceed with the drawdown of MINUSMA in a safe and orderly manner.
The peacekeepers are leaving after a demand from the country's ruling military junta back in June. The junta argued that the peacekeepers were not doing their job as security conditions had deteriorated, especially in the last few years. Some ordinary citizens agree with the junta's demand. Others, especially those living in cities like Timbuktu, which were occupied by the militants, have different views.
It can improve by helping the Malian state defend its territory. Instead of being an interposition force, let it be an intervention force. But to a point of saying MINUSMA must depart, I am not in favor.
Timbuktu was on the receiving end of some terrible atrocities by militants, as well as the destruction of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 2012. UN peacekeepers were deployed soon after in 2013 and enabled Mali's government to wrest control and push out the militants. Now the groups are back and appear to be gaining strength by the day. Mali's military rulers argue they have the capacity to bring the situation under control. But as attacks continue and the body count rises, the reality seems otherwise. Shoaib Hasan, TRT World.